My name is Ben Scott, owner of Benny's Barbershop here. I started as a builder in 2014. May 2015 I got injured playing rugby, decided to quit and moved to Auckland to study to be a barber, and then it's just hit 5 years now, and we've moved into Sydenham 2 years ago, which is the shop behind us.
Yeah. Are you loving what you're doing?
Love it. It's good fun.
I'm Matt Bateman, and I run a gym called the Hit Squad, so it's high intensity interval training here in Christchurch. So I've been doing this since 2016 as well. So similar to you. I'm a builder in my past life, and I've been building since I left high school. Obviously had a love for fitness and a bit of sport as well, played a little bit of rugby and things like that. And I had an injury I had in 2012 and then 2013 as well, and then I kind of thought, what am I going to do? And then I went overseas and did some fly in, fly out building work, and then got into fitness, and then came back and thought, well, I don't want to go building, I'm just going to focus on fitness. And now been our own premise since 2018, and then been doing the gym stuff since 2016. So it's been a crazy couple of years. For me, when I was busy, and probably the busiest the most was when I was playing rugby and then also building, and I guess like trying to be active and physical, doing a physical job, it was tough. And then I got injured and I thought, like, what am I going to do now, And I guess it kind of made me open my eyes to realise that everything that I wanted to do, the odds weren't going to stack up, whether it was now or in like 10 years time. And I thought, well, I need to start looking outside the square, and then I went away and did some building overseas, and then that's when I sort of came across fitness, and then I still was up in arms with what way I was going to go, and then from there that's what when the Hit Squad began, and then I thought, well, look, if it doesn't work out, I can always go back to building, but for now I'm going to have a crack at this.
When things didn't go to plan, it'd probably be the injury in rugby. I was probably planning on finishing rugby and then finishing my building apprenticeship and then going into doing something I wanted to do. Tearing my ACL puts a halt to that. So I had to go get surgery, but then I kind of it went in the right direction because I could get paid from ACC to do my friends' haircuts at home and hang out with and spend a lot of time to learn. And then when that all finished up, I moved to Auckland to study barbering. So that was kind of like the moving in the right direction where I wanted to go anyway. But it kind of just put a halt to it and changed the plan. So you just had to keep going with the new plan, I guess.
Well, Ben, 95% of your thoughts are the same as yesterday, and 80% of the negative. 80% of the negative. Have you heard of that before?
I haven't heard of that.
Nah, but it's true fact. So but I reckon that obviously if you change your mindset, you'll go positive, with whatever happens. But it's trying to make the best out of a bad situation, and you can only do with what you can with what you got,
Yeah, I do something similar to that, but what I'd actually do is if I find myself feeling overwhelmed or I've got too much on my mind, got quite a busy mind, I get a piece of paper out and write down what's on my mind straight away, and then go through, if I've got so many things that I have to sort, and create a little to-do list. It just organises
process
and been like, well, that's why I'm worrying about this big problem when it's actually quite very small. When you put it on paper in front of you, you can see how small it is. So it kind of just makes it a whole lot easier. And
I always think now, what's the worst that can happen? And if you think about it, then the worst case scenario is not actually that much. You're just stewing on stuff,
Routine is big for me. I've always found routine quite hard. As soon as I went self-employed, it was really hard because you didn't have your schedule, or it was just up to you to figure out your working week. And so my big thing was I had a few things throughout my week that would create the structure for the week, and then I had to work all around that. And because you could do as many hours as you want to do when you first start, and you do 8 in the morning till 10 at night, but it's not healthy, and you end up sacrificing other things and burning out and doing silly things like that. So setting what your hours that you work between, setting some little things like that, and actually prioritising what your downtime activity is, like motorbikeking and stuff. So I'd make sure I've got that in my week somewhere, wherever that could be. But that makes it a little bit easier for me to do it. So.
I do the same now too, and I just block out time, and people don't need to know what you're up to, So whether you say that you could tell these guys that you're off for a meeting, but they don't need to know what you're up to, whether you're going to OC or out on your motorbike, So similar to. That
again, so just putting those things in place, whether it might mean going to the gym or doing just going and hang out with friends, go get a coffee or whatever. Motorbiking's a big one for me, so at the moment it's training for motorbike on the weekends. So on Sunday we drove to Oamaru, which is a long drive to race and then come back in the same day. You find yourself pretty tired by the end of it, so you have to make sure when I go home on the Sunday night to book those things in for this week, because I knew I'd be shattered and tired leading into the week, so to get those things out. And so Wednesday have a half day and just go and have no bookings but just go hang out. I'm the same too. Like I try and obviously get a bit of training and whatnot as well, but then obviously being around people, but then making sure that like I do, even if I know I've got a big day ahead, that if I put time aside for me, you know, whether it's at the start of the day or later in the day, that if I know that I'm going to do it, I'll make sure nothing gets in the way of that. And then it's just ticking those boxes. I guess I have been pretty like routine based. With rugby, you always have like Tuesday, Thursday training, and then Saturday for rugby, and then recovery on Sunday. So that's kind of been growing up for like years and years. Then you'd school Monday to Friday sort of thing. So then leaving that, I went to building, so it was still like your 5 days in there. But then I guess the routine kind of came in more when it was your own flexibility. You got to choose what your week looked like. So I would make sure I'd try to figure out what it looks like and make sure I'd be on top of it. I'm the same too. I guess like just trying to have a routine, but then it's hard because obviously things come up and like things pop up and then it like throws everything a spanner in the works, but you kind of got to deal with it now, but then or eliminate it so you can then work on it the next day so you still have you time. Not too much. I think like there's a lot of people that share things that are pretty fake, so that's like if you're going to share the stuff that you want to be shared on there, you got to be pretty real and honest about it. And I'm not a massive fan of people that share one thing and then they're doing something else the complete other way. So I think you got to be careful with what you share, because you are going to get scrutinised. You're putting yourself out there, you're going to get scrutinised at whatever you say anyway, sort of thing. So you might as well be true to yourself and put it up there. So
do you get many haters?
So you always will, and it's like one of those things, you're never going to be able to please that many people. But then just you got to have your grounded mates that will keep you pretty humble. Mum and dad are pretty ruthless. They'll let you know if you've been a bit of a muppet. They'll soon pull you back in and stuff like that. So that's a good, having those people there that you should listen to and you should trust. So if you're doing things that are not right and they pull you back in, you know that you can actually trust those people to pull you in.
Do you post most of your stuff on socials?
Nah. I actually when I started the business, I actually turned my personal account into the shop account. Because they were all my friends that were following it anyway, and then I didn't have my own social media, didn't post anything online until about 3 months ago. Because mum and dad were like, I want to see what you actually do outside of just doing haircuts and stuff. So I purposely didn't do that so my head didn't get too big, and then I'd get carried away. So I keep the brand separate to that, and then just work on the business for a while. And then you don't get carried away with trying to be an influencer or anything silly like that. So just have some fun and look after the business and then go from there. I'm about the same too. I obviously keep stuff separate from the business. We've got a business Instagram and then my personal one, but I just put heaps of food I guess up on there, and snacks
and sweating and food, you know, but and then I kind of keep my personal stuff separate. I don't post everything on there, you know, so otherwise people know everything about you. So
I think sharing what your thoughts are, not everyone needs to hear your thoughts, and that's the sort of thing recently is like the best thing about social media is everyone gets a voice, and the worst thing about it is everyone gets a voice, and so not everyone needs to hear everyone's opinions. Some people post all sorts of stuff on the thing, but every single little thing that's going wrong with them, and it's just negative. So like if you focus on it and you're just down in the dumps all the time, it's not going to get you anywhere, sort of thing. So I find if you're going to be sharing things, it's either sharing something positive, and that's what someone taught me really early on with the business stuff and my personal stuff is, if it's not positive, why are you sharing it? There's no point. You're just going to, if you're not bringing someone up, don't share it at all. And the other thing was, don't share politics, religion, and some other things like this, just because it's like it's like a taboo subject. It's an open forum, but you can talk about what you want to talk about, but don't push it on other people. Sort of thing. So
no, I'm the same as well. I don't really get too carried away with that kind of stuff, but
don't waste so much money on silly things. I think still go and have some fun and enjoy what I've done. Like doing my building apprenticeship, I wouldn't be able to build the stuff in here, so I wouldn't say don't do my building apprenticeship, because that's helped me along the way. I'd say or learn to work hard earlier, something rather than muck around. So it'd be a big one. But what would it be for you?
I reckon just like backing yourself, and I guess the only person that like knows what you want to do is you, but you always get told or you kind of get pushed in the direction of where like someone else wants you to go. So it's whether it's your parents or like someone who's an influence on you, but sometimes it's like it's not actually what they want, it's what you want, but you always think in the negatives, they're like, oh, don't go and open a barber shop because so much could go wrong, and that's when I opened the gym. My family was like, oh, you can earn so much more money building, but now I'm like doing what I love, and I love doing it. And I guess if I backed myself earlier, like I did my building anyway, and I still love building, but now I love what I do even more, So I mean, like, back yourself and trust yourself and go with that sort of instinct, Best way to switch off?
Motorbike.
Okay, what drives and motivates you?
Doing something that I love.
Yeah. Who do you look up to?
Or I don't know, like I would say on like some YouTube guys that I watch, there's like a guy called Judah Smith on like teaching on leadership stuff.
Okay, so you happy with that? Yeah. Describe yourself in one word.
Generous.
Okay. Favourite food?
Burgers.
Favourite sterling sports brand?
Under Armour.
Okay. Pre-workout fuel?
Banana or donuts for motocross. Actually, we've been smashing donuts between races.
Okay. Hole in the middle? No hole in the middle.
The hole in the middle.
Okay. Post-workout fuel?
It was donuts as well after the races. They were good times, but burgers. I love having a burger afterwards. It's good.
Oh, good stuff. Right, you can ask me.
I'll mix it up.
Shit.
I'll go
random.
You'll go random.
Okay.
Best way to switch off?
Just sleep.
Sleep?
Yeah.
Describe yourself in one word.
Tall.
I'm not cute.
Cute. Tall and cute. Nah, tall.
Just one word. One word. Favourite food?
Burgers.
Favourite sterling sports brand?
Oh, Nike.
Oh yeah. What drives and motivates you?
People.
Who's someone that you look up to?
My older brother.
Older brother?
Yeah, older brother.
Favourite food?
You said that, burgers?
Yeah, just got you.
Yeah.
Favourite workout activity?
I have your burpees, bro.
Burpees,
yeah. I didn't ask you that one, did I?
No, you didn't.
What's yours?
Not burpees. I do
stretch.
Just stretching. It's good. Post-workout fuel?
Yeah, burgers.
Burgers?
Yeah. I think burgers, burgers. Yeah.
And pre?
Raisins, bro. I love raisins, eh?
A little packet.
Yeah, a little bit. And I can't even really put my finger in, but it feels like it takes ages to eat. So then I feel like a lot more hungry. Whereas if it was like bread, you can eat heaps, but raisins take so long to actually eat.